What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to discuss how much you should have in retirement savings by age. Now, we're going to base this off some popular industry metrics, and we're going to give you our own opinion.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting to spend it and be broke again.
All right, guys, just a heads up, we are going to go over a lot of numbers in this video, but we're going to put them all on screen and we're going to explain them as best we can to make sure that you guys fully understand what we're talking about. But if you do get confused or have any questions, please let us know in the comments and we'll be happy to make sure that you fully understand what we're talking about. Now, just as a little side note, the numbers we're about to give today are by no means a metric of success or anything like that. These are just numbers that we calculated out and kind of have as a recommendation. Again, personal opinion, not any professional advice here. But again, don't be discouraged if you happen to be less than this, by however much. Or, if you have more than this, congratulations, you're doing really well.
We're hoping for more for you guys.
Yeah.
So let's get into the numbers. Okay, guys, as we just mentioned, here's the numbers we're going to get into for today's video. Starting off easy at the age. So all the way to the left of this chart is the ages we broke this down by. So we looked up the median salary by age, as you can see here in these first two columns. So at the age of 25, from the data we found, the median salary is $36,914 a year. At the age of 30, you can see it's $50,406. At the age of 40, you can see it's $59,524. And then you can see 50, 60, and 67 years of age and their respective salaries at that point.
All right, guys, so just as a base reference point, we're going to give you what Fidelity recommends you have saved by each age. Now, as you can see in this next column, they just recommend that you have certain multiples of your salary at different increments of life. So by the time you're 30, they recommend you have saved up 1 times what your annual salary is. Now, we're not 100% sure if they were going off the median salaries we have here or the average overall salary or what your highest salary will be in your lifetime, but we're going to go based off the median salary we just discussed. So at 30, you're going to have that $50,406. At 40, they want you to have 3 times your annual salary, which comes out to $178,572. At 50, they want you to have 6 times, which you can see the numbers. 60, they want you to have 8 times your salary, and 67, they want you to have 10 times your salary. You can see all those numbers right there in that next column. But yeah, guys, that's what Fidelity recommends. Now, that's not necessarily what we recommend, because quite frankly, by the time you're 67, having only about $500,000, while that is a lot of money, don't get us wrong, to live off your retirement years with just that amount of money seems a little unfeasible with what, things are nowadays, especially with interest and prices, what they are. So we're going to give you guys our recommendations in a minute, but we wanted to give this kind of as a base point.
Yeah, just like Taylor said, $500,000 sounds like a lot in one lump sum. Of course, we'd all take $500,000. But once you're talking about $500,000 from the age of 65 all the way till you die, that then in that case doesn't work out to be a lot of money per year. So that's not what we're shooting for you guys. That's not what we're shooting for us. So in our examples and our recommendations, loosely recommendations, again, these are just guidelines to help you kind of hit milestones that we're obviously shooting for ourselves as well. These are just going to be small points that yours can change. If you want to be more aggressive, you're saving quicker, saving faster, investing more, or you hit the lotto and you really are hitting an investment that takes off, anything like that. Just like Taylor said at the beginning, you could be much further past these points.
Yeah. All right, guys, so getting into our recommendation, which is definitely a bit different, we recommend you investing into a 401k. Obviously, you get that free company match. Now, we also recommend investing into other retirements like Roth IRA accounts and things like that, and just have other savings. But for the sake of this video and everything and the numbers we're going to show, we're going to assume that you're just at the minimum doing these 401k investments. So we're assuming your company is offering a 6% match at 50%. So if you invest 6% of your income, you'll get 50 cents on the dollar matched by your company.
And this is extremely common. Most companies you go to, you'll see in the offer plan a 401k, and some companies actually are making it mandatory that you invest to get that match at least, which I guess is pretty helpful. But if you're putting in 6% of your salary, and then you're also getting that maximum amount of the match that they're going to give you, that match is just free money. So of course we'd recommend it.
Yeah, and obviously everyone's a little different. Some companies offer 100% match at 3%, 100% match at 4%, 50% match at 6%. It's all kind of varying, but we're going off what the average kind of, industry standard is. So getting right into the numbers. All right, guys, as you can see, we do have a few assumptions when we're calculating these numbers. So this is all going to be based on a single person's income. And like we said, we're assuming that 401k match of 6% at 50%, i.e. 50 cents to the dollar. We're also going to assume your investments are making a 7% return, which is a pretty conservative estimate. Over the years, the S&P 500 has surpassed that over time and everything, and we would probably expect the numbers to be closer to 9% return, but again, we're doing all conservative numbers here. And we're also assuming you're going to start investing at the average college graduation age of 23, and you're going to finish investing at the retirement age of 67.
So there's no time to slack. We're getting right into it. You graduate, it's time to start saving. So as you guys can see, at the age of 25, like we said earlier, you would have a median salary of $36,914. With a 6% investment plus your company match, you would have invested $3,322.26 per year, or $276.86 per month. In the end, from that time you graduated college to the age of 25, you would then have a nest egg of $7,095.15.
Yeah, guys, so then at the age of 30, you're making $50,406. So your annual contribution, which is your 6% plus your company match, will be $4,536.54. And monthly, that's $378.05 now. Investing all that on top of what you already had from when you were 23 through 25. Now your total at the age of 30 is going to be up to $36,866.91.
So as you can see at the age of 40, we're going to skip past the median salary. You can start tracking what we're doing, how we're finding this number now. And you're going to see our recommendation, what you should be at the age of 40, is $148,885.42. Again, these are guidelines. These are milestones. These are just to give you a rough idea, so you're not shooting in the dark or running blind. You have a little bit of a plan or a goal.
Yeah, guys, so as you can see, at the age of 50, you should have about $370,556.46. At the age of 60, you should have about $804,762.74. And then at the retirement age of 67, if you keep up with your contributions, you should have $1,333,911.74 in your 401k. And you may be looking at these numbers and saying, wow, there's some major jumps from like 50 to 60, it more than doubles. That's just the power of compound interest. That's not you investing a whole lot more. You're staying at the same percentage of your income the entire time. That's just what compound interest does. It's just an exponential growth. So at the end of this, you're going to have over $1 million in your retirement account, which for us seems definitely more reasonable than that $500,000. It's a little more plausible that you could actually live off that. Now, again, like we said at the very beginning, we think you should try and invest as much as you can. Like also have a Roth IRA, so you'll have more money in that, and also just your normal savings and everything. But as a base minimum of what we think you guys should be striving for and really going for, these are what the numbers come out to based on the median salary.
And as you can see in the chart, the direct comparison from our recommendation or our view versus Fidelity. One, we started a little bit sooner, so that way we didn't have to go as straight up as they did. We didn't have to go 1 to 3 to 5 to 10 of just your salary. We're saying if you start earlier, we don't have to go as hard up. We don't have to work as hard. We'll let compound interest do all the work, and we'll just start soon, put a little bit, and be consistent, and we'll let everything else work its way out, and we'll be over 1.25 millionaire. And just think about that. What if you had a spouse that was making that same amount? What if you were both making more? What if you're making 120 a year combined? You could do so much more. You could reach that goal either so much faster, or if you keep the same timeline, so much more. That way, when you do hit retirement, you could travel all over the world. You could eat exotic restaurants. You could do whatever you want. And that's the goal, is enjoy it. One, I want to enjoy retirement early, but I also want to enjoy retirement more.
Sure. Yeah, guys, and just to further illustrate the power of compound interest, we also have this other column that you can see on the screen that shows what you'll have if you save 20% of your income. Now, if you guys have been following along with our channel, you know that we've done a couple of videos on the 50-30-20 rule. So let's say that you're saving that 20% at all these ages. These are the numbers that it would come out to. So at 25, 20% of your salary would be $7,382.80, so on and so forth. And as you can see, the numbers are actually a little bit higher than what you would get if you're investing in your 401k at the first few years. But then suddenly the 401k far surpasses it, because we're starting to see the power of that compounding interest. At the age of about 40, you're somewhat close, but anything beyond that, compounding interest has taken over in the case of the 401k. And again, at the age of 67, you are well over $1 million. And at 67, if you're just saving that 20% and just storing it under your mattress or even in a bank, you are less than that $500,000. So again, that's just another illustration to show the power of compounding interest, because you're investing 6% and you get all this versus saving 20% not doing anything with it.
So as you can see in this chart, and there's many other examples out there, we could even show you another example of if you start early and you did small amounts, is so important and so good to start early, because that small amounts, you could say $50, that's not going to make any big change. But if you did $50 and then you ramped up 5, 10, 15 years later and you were consistent the whole time, you will be amazed, absolutely amazed how much money you'll have in the end in retirement and how much your life will change. But that amount you think is so small, so unimportant to you, could bank so many returns, so much in returns later in the future by just staying consistent and starting early.
Yeah, this is that classic adage that you hear people say of make your money work for you. The sooner you start investing, the better. The longer you wait, the more you'll have to invest. It's just a whole hassle. Someone that starts investing, right now, let's say 18, is killing the game. Even if it's just a little bit of money, they're gonna, by the time compounding interest hits, it's gonna really blow a lot of people out of the water. Even if they're investing a lot more, but they start at say 23. So that's just kind of to give you guys an idea. Again, these aren't metrics for success. These are just kind of some numbers that we base it off of. And we recommend, obviously, investing in 401ks just because you can get some free money in that company match, guys.
So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment. Definitely comment. We love interacting with you guys, answering any questions you have, inspiration for new videos. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.